Alex, 0-0 draw with Bridgwater Town. Would you say that was more than unlucky?
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes I can come in here and say, yeah, it's a fair result. I think today we definitely deserved the 3 points. We had the lion's share of possession. We had the better chances. I mean, their keeper was much the busier. I think Jimmy had maybe one save to make first half and possibly a little one second half from a free kick, and that was it. So on that score, very pleased to keep a clean sheet. Obviously, I thought my back four was tremendous against today, and Jimmy, in the fact they gave him, we had nothing to do. I thought Sam Avery and Mark Pritchett especially were outstanding at the back then. For Clarkey and Crofy to come in, it's their first game for a while. Chucked it at the deep end really, and they performed very well. So I was really pleased on that front. Yeah, just disappointed not to get all 3 points.
We seem to either be winning by a goal, losing by a goal, or 0-0 or something like that. Are you a bit concerned that we're not converting these chances? We made a few today, which was quite a lot today, which was great. But we don't seem to be converting them. Is that a worry?
It's a worry in the fact that we didn't win the game today. I think if we weren't converting chances, if we weren't getting the chances, I'd be a lot more worried. Excuse me. A day like today, we've made chances, and I'm more than happy, especially with the output of the front 6 players, for example. Yeah. More than happy with that. It's just on another day we get 3 or 4 of those. Yeah. And it is going to be one of those. If we keep creating chances like we did today, it will happen where we beat somebody 3, 4, 5. It's just probably getting over that hurdle of getting the one where we get 2 or 3 in one game, and it's just getting that confidence, because I think the longer it goes on, I think as individuals in the team as well, who've maybe started to today a little bit start to panic slightly. Yeah. In the fact we haven't made that breakthrough and they don't relax as much. And I said with about 10-15 minutes to go, I think Sam Avery came across for a drink and just said the least we come away with here is a point, and we've done that. But I think on the back of today, I think we deserved all 3, and I think possibly we should have had them.
Mark McGregor, nice, great signing really from Worcester City for a few games. How do you think he did today?
Really pleased with Mac for the first time. To get somebody of his calibre at the club is excellent for me. It's excellent for the club itself, and good for players around him, because a lot of our younger lads especially will learn a lot from him. He's experienced, and I've said before, he's the best finisher I've played with outside the Football League. Unfortunately today, first game back for a long time, he's been out with a hamstring injury, and he's hardly played this season for Worcester. So to get 90 minutes under his belt is great, and he's only going to get better for us. But for the first time, having him in and around the dressing room is excellent, because players will learn from him. And look at what he's doing, and what he did today. He put a shift in and he worked really hard, and he was a nuisance for their 2 big hammer throws of centre halves. He didn't give them an easy day, and the same with James Chasey. They all put a good shift in today, and that's the pleasing thing. And that can only make us stronger. Having somebody of his pedigree in the dressing room and on the field of play is just going to make us better.
Sure. Did he have any comment to make on how he thought we played?
Yeah, it was good actually, because Steve actually asked him in the dressing room to say, as an outsider, it's good for somebody to come in occasionally and freshen things up with regards to their viewpoints, because I think certainly as a player it can get a bit monotonous if it's players like people like me and Dean and Steve as a management team. If we're going on about the same sorts of things, players do tend to switch off a bit, and actually all Mac's done today, he's come in at the end and he said things that we've been saying for 6 months a year. So he's chatting about people opening their mouth and talking and communicating a bit better, and it's things that we say week in, week out. Certainly myself, Dean and Steve do, and it's just nice to hear that from somebody else. So hopefully it just gives us a little bit of a boost, and and gives us a bit of a spring on our step, and it also gives me some great options up front. It was very, very difficult for me today to leave Elliot Kennedy out of the team. Yeah. Very hard, because he had one of his better games last week. But it's a learning curve for him, and I've said to him he needs to see the bigger picture really. When somebody of Macca's quality comes in, it's I'm only going to utilise that, and unfortunately today it was Elliot who missed out. In weeks to come it could be somebody else. But yeah, I got a good response from Elliot. Certainly in the 25 minutes he got on, he caused a threat. So I was really pleased with that, because he's learning all the time, and again having somebody like Mac around the place will show to Elliot possibly what's maybe can improve in his game.
Sure. Jake Lee was missing today. Did you think we missed him at all, or did we?
It's really nice for me to say no, we didn't miss Jake today, because of the job that the back four put in, but specifically Mark Pritchett and Sam Avery did a terrific job against their, and they're quite a potent attacking force really. I mean, the last 4 or 5 games they scored 15 goals, I think. Yeah. And to keep them, keep a clean sheet at our end, you know, and not let them in was excellent. And I thought generally the back four today, was superb, and it gives me a massive headache now for next week. You know, I've put, you know, I had a full complement of subs today, and you know, I've let Stuart go with the reserves this week to get some games in, and yeah, it's good because it gives me a real headache of what our best team is, and you know, and it's good for the lads in that respect.
Sure. Great, Alex. Onwards and upwards. Thank you very much.
Cheers, John. Thank you.